welcome back everyone. Here we are through our, what are we, 7 days in on this one, so starting up on number 8 today. Really came together. I think we're done with the base of the boat. I think I got really lucky with my gold striping accents on my down here. I think that they really turned out. I think I did just enough to give us some accents. But I say this is where we are, and while I correct something from yesterday, I had somebody in the comments point out that I missed putting some screws in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'd seen it, but I think I got so preoccupied with getting the sides to stick in that I just forgot about them. But they're supposed to get some in to see if I can get it in where this thing goes, where the side ties in here. There's a screw hole in the bottom there and there, and I think that's supposed to help secure the side in. But while I'm doing that, I'll tell you, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models and having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and like I always say, I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because they'll provide me with nothing but the best of options. And there's those semi-magnetic tweezers going at me for me again. Let's see if I got some that won't stick to my... Okay, that one seems to be in better shape. Let's see, I don't think that's gonna... And I may end up not doing this just from frustration at this point. Okay, got it to stick in. Now if I can get the screwdriver dry off. Alright, let's say it's just going in there to secure that piece down. So, 1 down, 3 to go. This may end up taking up more time than I want it to. Okay, back to the so far not magnetized tweezers, and if I can just get you seated in there, maybe it'll, nope, a little bit lower down. Let's just get something, just get it to stick in that hole a little bit, and knock it out of the hole maybe. Hit the wrong direction. Okay, let's see. I've commented before, I have absolutely zero luck with magnetic screwdrivers because I either get, they're either too magnetized or not magnetized enough, and I just get, I can't find that sweet spot. Sort of hang. Okay, see, like just a second ago it was too magnetic. Now it won't hold anything. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's actually try these things. Maybe I can get a little more control. Okay, so far holding in. Pretty tight quarters to get it straight. Maybe if I can just get it. Okay, I think there it goes. I say just really snug. Not a lot of angle room. There's one of those things where it might be nice to have a wobble joint to go around that little curve there. Okay, that seemed to work that time. So let's see if these continue luck here. Okay. There we go. Get it started, and then hopefully, yeah. Actually, since it started, I can go back to maybe. All right. Make sure it's not interfering with my cannon there. Yeah. Okay. One more to go. Okay, get it started with a teeny tiny. Then use the electric to finish it up. This one's not down far enough. Okay, so I gotta hold this one down while I go in there. I got lucky. Alright. So now we've officially actually finished the stuff that I was supposed to do yesterday. Okay, so now onwards and upwards, literally, with our, I think we're at, yeah. And we'll start building our masts and sails and whatnot. I can find a place to set this for a moment while I build those. Okay. Over here. And these guys done. The tools I've already started using before I accidentally magnetized something else I don't want magnetized. Okay. Okay, so we got all these goodies tonight. Let's see here. And let's bring you in a little tighter. There we go, and we're starting you and you going together. But as far as it goes, let's see. Good picture of that. Yeah, that seems about right. I think it's always hard, I always have a hard time telling where I've reached the yoke there, where it's supposed to stop. But that, yeah, that seems about right. Looking at the picture. Okay, now this guy facing this way. Here, all the way down. Line up the cross member there, and all the way down onto that. Okay. And the little one follows suit. Okay. Now, these guys up from the bottom, get the light right into those holes right there. I hope. In tight quarters for line everything up. Okay, there. On in, there's a maybe. There they go. Okay, the pressure from the sides seems to work a little bit better than. Yeah, there we go. Now, okay, so this guy into the side here. All the way, yep. Inside centered. Now, these guys up through here. And okay, a little angle on there. Same thing here. Through there. And seated in that. And this guy. Goes down. Okay, I think it's just going to lock it in place. It's not a through the middle at the bottom there. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to have done that first. Yep, it does say one. back that out a little bit. Go across. Okay. Okay, so those two lock that one in place there. Okay. Now, do like this. This guy over the top. You're going to come down onto that structure. Somehow, okay, down that one. Over those little humps. Up and coming all the way down. Yep, keep coming. Okay, all the way down to that one we just put on there. Gently, evenly distribute. Okay, they gave me a spare of that one. I remember seeing it. F20. I think it was one a spare. Seemed like all these had spares. No, it did not. Or just two of them because we use one on the next bit too. Okay. So, can we? Okay. Don't want to take you all the way back off because that would be probably more trouble. Okay, let's see if I can get a little pressure up here. Pressure off of that point. Almost wish it had broken in half, because those are easier to fix than these partial breaks. Okay, get out the old Gorilla super glue. Off the brush, just get as little on there as I can. I can dab it into the crevice there. And I'm going to glue myself to it, but I'll pull a little layer of skin or two off. Get this guy out. Nope. Too tight for you. Those. Pressure there. Always. Not going to be perfect, but I think it'll be solid enough for sure. And excess out of there. And same thing again. Clean the brush off as much as I can here. Nice coat on this layer. And hopefully just drop you right in and line you up. Okay, I think I've got it as prepared as I'm going to be able to get it. Sort of, it's one of those things, about the split second before it went, I could tell, wait a second, I don't need to be pushing this hard. What? Now, this guy, back here on the back, I think that little detour there probably just shortened how far I'm going to get tonight. There we are. Now we've got these guys. So screw here and here. You go on first, and we're going down to that level, so not as far on this one. Be a little more careful with my pressure. And you notch to the front. I'm going to line those two holes up. I hope. There we go. And this down on top of that. Okay, it's going to go. Okay, it goes to the back over that other. Okay. And there goes our first mast, I think. Let's see. It's a little crooked there for my repair, but like I said, I'm gonna persevere. And put those back so I'll know where I need them next time. Now, the next step, I got those coming up later. But now, this bit. Okay, so 58 are the bigger ones, 59 is the little one, and it gets sandwiched between. And this guy runs through all of them. And you go at the tip top here. Touch up on the corner there, it looks like. Two more screws. Actually, 4 screws. I just realized we're building the masts separately and we're not putting them in until at least tomorrow. So this goes here. I'm pretty sure we could swing those in. No, we can't do them. Oh yeah, we do the bottom ones first, it says, which makes sense because we're going to have that in the way. We have them facing. Yeah, facing that way, sort of going backwards on that one, yeah. Okay, so this goes there. There you go. Okay. Sort of, okay, it's on that angled thing, so it does pop out to an angle there for us. I'll make sure I'm facing the right way again. Let's leave that a little loose. No, it didn't go loose, so let's tighten it back up. It's flexible enough where I hope I won't break it. Let's go back to the earlier technique where I line it up with a little screwdriver, then finish it up with the electric. goes. Alright. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay. Now, these guys, likewise, sort of raked back on there. We're going to go in there and up there. Hooked into our little structure there. And just maybe do the top first and leave it loose, then line it up, then tighten it up. Those. Alright, this goes top of that. Lock that in place. Now, one more trip through. I want to tell you all about magnetic screwdrivers. And then backwards, naturally. Look at it this time. Okay. Okay. In place. All right. And then you. Place and line up. Alright. And after much ado, that concludes page 25. So yeah, definitely I got really ambitious. I pulled like through 28. So we're gonna get, looks like we'll get through 26 at least. That looks like it's fairly involved as well. Okay. Let's see here, so you here, and pull the next little bit. And, you know, missed the first day. I did, one of my sails was a little crinkled, so it's been in the press between this, like this acrylic since then. Let's see, I don't even think I'll have to take it off there. Which ones am I getting? I'm getting J7, it says. Where's 7? Okay, 7 is underneath the acrylic, so let's pull it off and see how this looks. Okay, still got a little crease in it there, but it's much smoother than it was, so I'd say that's a success. Let's see how easy it is to get this off of here now. things underneath it. I can smooth it out maybe a little better. Okay. That's the one we're starting with. U and 1F2, 1F1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so U at the blank side up. This guy goes in through these. Almost beat the cost there. U in the notch facing up. Sort of had a hunch that was going to happen. Let's see. Fairly wobbly. That way. Okay, yeah. Secured now. And these two. Okay. Notch going down here and through there. Okay. Sail number 1 assembled. And you go in at the very bottom, tie into up here. I've done this before, but I can't remember how, so I'm just going to roll it over like that so I can get a good purchase here. And try and ease you in without breaking the masts. Should have done the top first, I think. Okay. Alright, there it goes. Got all the way in? I think so. Good. Nice curvature. Looks like it's going to be full sails, and it's a little crooked. There we go. Alright. Call that a success. Now, this one we get J6, which was, okay, this is one of the crinkled ones, so we'll find out how good it was to this one. Face down again. It's coming up from the front. Again, notch facing up, and I'm going to try this way this time. Yeah, that was much less stressful. Okay. Now, I'm going to move on to my next batch of pieces, because we're getting 3 sails on this mast. You. Okay, just one of those. I'll need y'all later, because this one has the built-in Okay, so my patched piece is what's going to be holding the bottom of this mast in, so I've got to put some pressure on that. So here we go. Through there. And gently. Gently get to the edge there. Okay, I think I survived that. You go in there. And it's getting hard to get the pressure on it to get behind it. Okay, there it went. But it cooperated. Not bad. Like I say, not too dramatic. I like the looking good so far. Got one more sail to go on this one, and that probably do us for the night because we're getting past that 30-minute mark now. It'd be basically, hopefully the next one will go smoother because I've got practicing on this one now and I know how not to break it. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think tomorrow we'll make more progress and hopefully there's actually quite a bit more to go than I thought there was. How many masts does this thing got? Okay. Yeah, we'll see how things go. I may do a longer one tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be filming on Friday, so I got a little bit extra. Won't be as bad time-wise on me. I don't have to be up at the middle of the night to go to work. So, F8. Or J8, no. F8. J12, that's not what So, 12. Okay, little one down here. Scrap out of there. Up here too. Alright. And more rinse and repeat. Face down. Going through the front to the back with our tabs here. Notch facing upward. You into those. Alright. And one more. A little less concerned about this one because it didn't actually break yet. Still a little tricky lining it up. There it goes. I did that backwards. Hang on. It's got to go from the back side. That's why it was different. Duh. Just did it twice and still messed up. Okay. Thought that was a little bit too easy to see. Okay, there we go. And here. And here. Alright. Just like that, we've got all three of the sails on our first mast. So that's, I think it's, and I said they look really good in person. I think that's a nice effect. This one's not. This one's crooked on that. Let me there it goes. Okay. Fairly adjustable when, I say that, they're not, obviously not connected, but, they got that, it looks, got the illusion of connection there. Yeah. Man, how many of these? Say one more big one like this. I think this one's the front one. Yeah, this is the front one, so this is smaller, so we got the main one next. I'm going to say it's 2 more days getting done with this build. Looks like there's a few more little details around. Of course, the rigging, running all the ropes is going to be always, time consuming for me. It just takes a long time for me to tie those teeny tiny knots. But yeah, progress is being made. So that's why I say this one's going to go. Goes into this hole here, so it's going to be this one and 10 these things are going to tie into these down here, the edges. So yeah, we'll have something like that. So that's the wonderful view y'all will have of that once I get them assembled. Let's say I'll definitely have to get a different camera angle and show you all the side view whenever I do finish up with all this. But that's yeah, I'm digging it. I think it's, this has really turned out I knew it was going to be a good looking build whenever I started, but I was just dreading these sails more than anything. This part I don't mind. It's all the stuff that's coming up that's going to be, tough for me anyway, or usually is on these things. Although I did that sort of steampunk airship one a while back, and it sort of gave me a little more confidence on these. Just looked over here and saw these. I think I want to hit those with my gold marker. They're sticking out there. I didn't blend them in a little bit. I just literally just saw that on camera, so I figured better. It looks better blended in. Okay. Anything else stick out on camera while I'm looking at this stuff? I don't think so. Alright, but I think that's definitely enough for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel to watch me do some experiments a couple of times a month. Down here is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.